Good morning to those joining me on Facebook and those joining me on Periscope. We are going to get started here just in a second. I am waiting for the sponsorship commercials to get done, and then we will get right into today's show. Hey, Periscope, y'all are lighting it up. Thank you so much. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Tammy Pope, your virtuous and distinguished business owner, motivational makeover mentor. My job is to help you to unleash the remarkable business owner within to become a man or woman of lasting influence. I am excited for today's show for two reasons. One, tomorrow is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. I always get a little extra around my birthday. And the second reason why I am so excited is because of what I will be presenting today. If you've followed me or listened to me for any length of time, or you have listened to my friend Nicole Gates' show In the Moment, you have heard, thought, seen my 7 Virtuous Business Woman Slayers in some way, shape, or form. And I am excited because I wanted to share those with you today, and I'm going to do so in record time because it usually takes me about 45 minutes to do this, but actually I only have 20. So let me give you the backstory of where the Slayers came from. I was on a speaking engagement supporting another speaker, and we were at a school, and there was a teacher there, and she had a copy of my book, The Virtuous Business Woman Inspired by Proverbs 31. And she says to me, man, I want to write a book, but it costs so much to publish a book, and I don't have time, and I have my son, and he's autistic, and writing is kind of a hobby, and I'm a teacher. I really don't know what I would write about, and I've taught, for all of my adult life. I really don't know how to do anything else. And I like my job. I like the school. I like the kids. They pay me well, so I'm good where I am. But I really, really want to write a book. And now those who know me personally and professionally probably know the look that I had on my face, because to me she started sounding like the teacher from Charlie Brown. Womp, 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 womp. Just one excuse after the other. So I looked at this lady and I smiled after allowing her to finish speaking. And most people who know me know if I drop my head when I'm speaking, when I raise my head, hellfire and brimstone is coming. And so I looked at her and I said, sweetheart, you don't have an excuse. And she looked at me and she says, excuse me? What would make you say that? And I told her this. I said, I substitute teach 3 to 5 days a week. I tutor 6 days a week. I run a homeschool parent co-op 2 days a week. I have 3 children of my own, 2 of whom are autistic. We're homeschool parents, and my husband is a night manager for Federal Express. I manage 2 businesses of my own, co-manage 2 businesses for my brother and my best friend, and I wrote 2 books within 3 months of each other. It didn't pay a dime to do either one, and you are older than me. You want to run that by me one more time? First, she looked at me like I had lost my mind, but I was perfectly okay with that. And she said to me, she says, well, when you put it that way, I really don't have an excuse. You got a business card? I had one, y'all, one business card. And I gave it to her. So as I sat there, listening to the young man speak, and that conversation just bothered my soul. It bothered my spirit. Have you ever heard something that has bothered you so much that you can't get it off your mind? That's how I felt about the conversation that I was having with this lady. And one thing about me, I'm a journaler. I write, but yes, I'm a journaler. And when I'm upset, I write. When I'm happy, I write. When stuff's bothering me, I write. So I went home And I wrote down everything this lady told me. And I said, okay, Tammy, you've overcome all of this. How can we get women to understand that these excuses are bull? I want to take the rest of my time to get into the 7 Slayers with you. Now, this is going to be rapid fire because, as I said, it usually takes me 45 minutes to present the Slayers. However, if you are interested in any material on the Slayers, leave me a message in the comments. Reach out to me on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram. I'll hook you up. So the first thing that I want to address, I'm broke. Yes, I'm talking about money. I will say this to you. Being broke is a matter of priority. Because when you take the time to have a good, honest look at how you spend money, you will see that the way that you spend money is the problem. I give you an example. I was reading the book Positioned for Power by Angeline Lawrence, a good friend of mine, and she said she had this business need, and no matter how she tweaked her budget, the money just wasn't there. It wasn't there. And so she says, okay, I'm going to have to give something up for this need to be met. So what can I give up that's not going to bring down my household? That was when she realized she was spending $7 a day on getting breakfast before work. And she says, okay, for 30 days, I'm going to give up my morning breakfast run and put this money into my business. And in doing that, she ended up with the exact amount of money that she needed, right down to the specific cent amount that she needed. So before you say that you're broke, look at how you spend money. Slayer number 2. I don't have time. Yes, you do. I tell people all the time, time is the one thing that everybody has the same amount of, yet they use it very differently. It's all about managing your time. The last time I presented the Slayers in a workshop back in June, even though I was presenting Slayer number 7, everybody kept going back to this one. They're like, Tammy, how do I maximize my time? Give me one strong tip that I can use to maximize my time. And I said, okay, cool. Learn to acknowledge and make the best of downtime. What are you doing while you're sitting in the doctor's office? While you're waiting in the line at Walmart and it's 2 football fields long? What are you doing if you're under the hairdryer, ladies? What are you doing when you're waiting on the chair, fellas? What are you doing while you're waiting on the kids to come out from school? Waiting to drop them off, stuck in traffic, on hold on the phone? What are you doing? Those are key moments that you could be using to do something to work on your dream or your vision. Even if you're just sitting there and turning on the sound recorder on your phone and just letting your ideas fly until you can get home and write them down. Case in point, a gentleman that attended the workshop that I gave, he emailed me and he said, Tammy, I just want to let you know this. I took advantage of the time that it takes teams to change the field during a baseball game to answer emails. I sold a car the next day because I took time to check my email during that time, and I had a client inquiry. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. This man made a commission on a car in the 2 minutes that it took him to check his email. Slayer number 3, I have a family. So do I. I want to ask you one question about this, and I'm going to leave you hanging. When was the last time you acknowledged the awesomeness that is present in your own household? Are you using the gifts and talents present in your own family in order to propel your business forward? Slayer number 4, I have a job. Are you paying attention to what you do and what you go through every day? Because one thing about your job is going to teach you quite a bit. One, it's going to teach you what not to do in your business. 2, it's going to teach you how to treat your team, your employees, and your clients. 3, it is going to teach you who, what, when, where, why, how, and how much to use. Because I guarantee you, everything that you do every day in your job can be used in your business to get the good start off that you need. Slayer number 5, my talent or skill is just a hobby or something that I do on the side. Please get that mentality out of your head for the love of God. Your dreams, goals, aspirations, talents, nuances, whatever you want to call them, are there in you, and they are there for a reason. What are you doing with them? I had a client who told me that the hobby that she had, working just 10 hours a week, brought an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month into her household on top of her paycheck. I said, sweetheart, that is not a side hustle. That is something that you need to get serious about, and quickly. She is now doing that full time, has left her job, and is debt free. What are you sitting on or allowing to lie dormant? And let me say this, and I know people who are watching me on Facebook are going to laugh their heads off. Let me tell you about something. The number one killer of talent is the demon of comparison. Just because you see somebody who does what you do does not mean that they do what you do. You may do the same thing or something similar, but they don't have the vibe. They don't have the spin. They don't have the drive. They don't have the skill that you do. So don't let seeing somebody who does what you do deter you from putting out what is in you to get out there. Don't believe me? Drive down any major street in your neighborhood and count the number of places that sells burgers or chicken. Point made. Slayer number 6. I don't know how to do anything else. Have you tried? And even if you try at something and you fail, you still try. There was a quote by Edison, I believe. It says that he tried 2,000 times to make a light bulb. And they was like, you failed 2,000 times. He said, no, I didn't. I just found 1,999 ways for it not to work. So you have to change your mindset, because if you're saying that I don't know how to do anything else, then you need to invest some time in yourself to identify what your gifts and talents are. Yes, there are people out there who are known for one thing. They have one thing as their main thing. And yes, they will tend to stay in their lane depending on what it is. However, if you have the opportunity to hone, perfect, and mature that talent into something else, do it. Don't just sit on that one thing and say, okay, this is what I'm known for. I'm going to keep doing it this way, and because it's working. I will tell you now, if you allow that to be your mindset, you will not get any further than you already are. I tell people all of the time in my content creation workshop, anything can be a source of content, a source of inspiration. When I first put the Slayers together, it started out as a 15-page ebook for the people who subscribe to my email list. My mentor out of Atlanta, she said, Tammy, you've got to do something else with this. She was like, this is good, but you've got to grow it. So I reached out to a publisher friend of mine and I said, am I breaking any editorial laws if I turn this into a book? And she says, well, the ebook, did you sell it? I said, no, it was a freebie. She said, you're fine. So I sat down, I fleshed out the Slayers, I added more worksheets to it. It became a book and workbook combo. Next thing I know, I'm presenting the Slayers to a room of 20 women in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have not stopped yet. That's one thing that I was known for that I turned into something else and now make my living off of. So remind me of how you only know how to do one thing. Slayer number 7 is the absolute worst of them all. I'm good where I am. Complacency and settling will kill anybody's drive, dream, goal, vision, aspirations, affirmations, whatever it is. When you look at your life and you say, okay, I've got my one thing, it's working, I'm making money, things are okay, I'm good, you have a major problem. You don't think you have a problem, but that problem is going to show itself. And I'm going to spend my last few minutes telling you how. How many times have you seen somebody who took the step that you felt like you didn't have to take because everything in your life was going well, everything in your life was okay, but you see that this person did it and they are excelling at it and they are moving forward, and you're looking at them and you're saying, dang, that could have been me if I did that. That should have been me. And then you get mad and you got an attitude with them over what you didn't do. And then when you finally realize that the opportunity is still there, you get mad because the requirements have changed. The price has gone up. Or dare I say, it's not even available to you anymore. Now you super mad. You are wearing a cape. And you have graduated from being mad to being super mad. And the only person that you're mad at is yourself. Because you look at that person and you see the man or the woman that you should be. Not that you could have been, that you should be. And you cannot stand the ground that that person walks on. It's not them that you're mad at. It's not them that you're disgusted with. It's the fact that you are mad at yourself because they took the next step that you refused to. You settled for good. And I'm going to tell you this, I have a whole nother series that's a spinoff of what complacency can do, called the Justified Slayers. And I think I'll share those probably in my next show. But I just want to say this. I share the Slayers not to demean anybody, not to beat anybody down, but it is because there is greatness within you. As I always say, why would you settle for good when greatness is staring you in the face? Your life does not have to be that way. Your vision is worth more than that. You are worth more than that. And you have to be the one to bring that out of yourself. And if you need me, I'm here. You can find me on any social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm here to help you work through the Slayers if you're ready to get rid of them. I've presented to you the 7 Virtuous Business Woman Slayers in rapid fire and record time. Again, my name is Tammy Polk. I am your Virtuous Distinguished Business Owner, Motivational Mentor, and I would not dare end my show without saying thank you to Ewing Moving and Storage for all that you do in sponsoring this channel. Kayla Paget, thank you for believing in me. Love you bunches and oodles. I am praying for you and your mom. Nicole Gates, the woman who lovingly bullied me into this radio show. I do hope I am making you proud. This has been the Virtuous Businesswoman Motivational Broadcast. I will see you again, same time, same place on August 24th. Until then, God bless, Godspeed in all that you do, and I'll see you next time. Hey, everybody on Facebook. I saw I had some questions, so that's why I asked everybody to stay here, because I wanted to get your questions and comments on the show. For some reason, I can't scroll up. I think somebody asked me. Oh, I cannot see her comment. Somebody asked me, what work at home company do I work for? I do not work for any particular work at home company. I am a business owner. I work for I work for myself. I'm an independent contract educator, author and blogger, homeschool consultant. I do business consulting for women and men through the books that I write. I hope she's still here. And then I was able to answer a question. I tried to tag her, but since I can't see her comment, I was unable to do that. Before I get off of here, those of you who are here, hey, first of all, I'm streaming on 3 different devices, so if you make a comment and I don't get to you, please forgive me, because I am on the phone, Periscope, and on Facebook Live all at the same time. So if I don't respond to you, I'm not being mean. It's just that I try not to do a whole lot of moving around while I'm recording on 9 different devices. So any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, anything before I end my live feed? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody at all? No? All right. Well, as I said, I'll be broadcasting live again August the 24th. And it'll be a special treat for you guys because I am going to present the 7 justified slayers. So do look out for that event announcement and enjoy your Thursday. See you guys.